What's up guys, it's Fred here with Influencer Unchained, and I just hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So today, as a way of giving back, I'm going to be sharing with you my top tips for helping you reach 1,000 subscribers as well, and hopefully getting your channel monetized as fast as possible. And more specifically, the 5 tips I will be going over today will be number 1, the best ways to devise video ideas, followed by how to give people a reason to subscribe, then title and thumbnail creation do's and don'ts, as well as how to optimize your keywords, and ending with how to get free traffic to your channel. And before we get started with the video, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel for more videos on making money online and digital entrepreneurship. Also, consider checking out my number 1 recommendation for making money online, which will be linked up in the description box below. And with that, let's get started with the video. So starting off at number 1, we have how to devise good video ideas. And obviously, planning is crucial to the YouTube video creation process. And first up, for a tip that I found to be very helpful, it is to write down all of the skills or topics that you are comfortable with teaching others about. And this is important because to save both yours and your viewers time, you should only be talking about things that would be of value to others. And speaking of what people would actually value within your niche, you should also look for what people are searching for and cross-reference that with your master list of skills and topics. And by doing that, you would actually be able to match what you're good at teaching with what is in demand. And as you see here, I mentioned the name of a tool called Keywords Everywhere, and it's actually a very helpful Chrome extension that'll help you determine the popularity of certain keywords or search terms. And now to show you how this Chrome extension works, let's hop on over to google.com where I've typed in how to make money with affiliate marketing. And how Keywords Everywhere actually makes a search different from your regular one is that over here on the right, it actually shows the related keywords and how popular they are within a month. And for example, what this particular tooltip tells me is that both affiliate marketing Amazon right here and how to start affiliate marketing have the most volume at 4,000, almost 500 within this month. And if I just scroll down further, we'll find even more keywords and their associated search volumes. But the takeaway for this particular search is that these first 2 are by far and away the most popular ones. Which means if I'm going to be doing a video on affiliate marketing, these first 2 keywords are definitely ones that I should consider. And by keywords here, I don't necessarily mean the actual keywords you would be inputting into your keyword box of a YouTube video. And don't worry, because I will be covering that much later into this video, but for now the keywords here are just for us to consider what type of video to actually make. But anyway, with Keywords Everywhere, even though on the right here it already shows us a lot of the similar search results, it would actually work even better if you experimented with even more search terms. Because with a broader set of search terms, you'll really be able to pinpoint the most recent and best trends to make a video about. And moving back to our slide here, I have yet another tip to share with you, which is to do research on what the top and rising influencers in your niche are doing. And the basic gist of this is to find out what has already worked for those influencers and make videos that are similar if it fits your channel. So for example, one of the top channels in my making money online and entrepreneurship niche is Kevin David. And not only myself, but I'm sure a lot of top content creators also frequent his channel. But anyway, what you can do with your respective channel is to first click on the video tabs over here. And with this, you'll be able to find out and study the most viral videos of a particular influencer and basically learn their best practices. And now another very useful tip I'm going to share with you is that you should also look at the like to dislike ratio of a video. And this is actually crucial because a creator's most viewed videos are not necessarily their best videos, simply because there are other factors. For example, if the stars happen to align perfectly, that could make a video go viral. And the way for you to check a video's like to dislike ratio without actually having to click into the video would be to get a Chrome extension called vidIQ. The basic version of it is completely free and will suffice, and as you can see here, it actually shows as a tooltip the like to dislike ratio percentage on a video. So over here we have, over here we have 97% on this video, 96%, 95%, 98%, and so on. And with this method of appraisal, you don't necessarily even have to sort the videos by most popular, as you can also sort by the newest videos. And in some cases that would actually be preferred because it would actually show you what this person is doing to capitalize on the latest trends. And now moving on to my second tip out of 5, although I think I've already technically given you a lot of tips, we have how to give people a reason to subscribe to your channel. Now previously, I just talked about how you can look at other channels to get ideas for your own videos. However, I also need to drive home the fact that you must offer something niche, unique, or better than the other channels in your niche. And this is due to the fact that simply imitating other influencers may not cut it, because if your channel doesn't offer something unique or better, you're not really giving people a good reason to subscribe. However, even if you do try to model the success of other videos and YouTubers, there are indeed ways to add some extra spice to your own videos. And number one, to repeat my point, you must offer something niche, unique, or better than other channels in your niche. And to do this, first you can have a more professional or pleasant look and feel to your channel and videos. And this could actually take multiple different forms. For example, if you have some sort of special editing in your videos, or even in how you present or speak, that make your videos feel more professional and or interesting would likely suffice. Next, and especially if you actually teach people stuff in your videos, would be to offer unique and helpful personal insights. And this usually means becoming an authority in your own right, even if it's something very specific, as long as you become somebody who others would tune into over many other YouTubers. And in addition to this, delivering information clearly and concisely would also go a long way, because saving people time is actually very important. Because again, people would usually prefer to watch those who give them the information directly, accurately, and quickly. And my final tip for part 2 is to not force anything and to find out what actually works for you. And this is merely based on the fact that everybody has a different skill set and personality, and that what works for somebody else may not work for you. And I think a really good example of this is again Kevin David, who does body language really well. And the problem with so many people trying to imitate him is that they don't actually look natural trying to imitate his gestures, which just makes them look super awkward. So anyway, that's why my recommendation is not to focus on the things you're not good at and to go all in on the things that you are. Now, moving on to part 3, we have title and thumbnail do's and don'ts. And before we dive into this, there are two very important terms that you have to first understand. The first one being click-through rate and the second being watch time. Because I believe that these are the two most important factors that determine the success of a video. And the title and the thumbnail are the two main factors that you can control that directly impact the click-through rate of a video. And as such, to maximize your click-through rate, you will want to make your title and thumbnail have the most relevancy, noticeability, and clickbaitiness. So starting with relevancy, what I mean is whether or not your video topic is actually in demand. And again, its relevancy will mostly depend on the research you conducted beforehand, as we mentioned in part 1. And as for noticeability, you want to make very sure that your thumbnails are clearly legible and stands out even on mobile. And finally, for clickbaitiness, you mainly want to convey exaggerated phrases and promises, and sometimes big numbers. However, there is a limit to how clickbaity you should make your thumbnails and titles because of another very important metric that YouTube perhaps values the most. And that is watch time. So for example, if your thumbnail and title give off an enticing enough message for people to want to click, your video would ideally have to deliver upon or even exceed that promise, or else people would likely just dislike your video and leave immediately. And that is precisely why watch time is such an important metric for YouTube, because it is precisely what tells them whether or not your videos are legit. So in essence, clickbaitiness would always have to be held in check by the quality of your video. And it is in every single YouTuber's best interest to not only balance but maximize both. And lastly, before we actually move on to the next part, I just want to quickly mention that to create your thumbnails, you can go over to canva.com, which is a free platform I've covered before. And you can get royalty-free images to use in your thumbnails from pixabay.com. And now moving on to part 4, we have keyword strategies. And to actually perform this method, you would have to again get the Chrome extension called vidIQ. And before we get started, I just want to quickly explain that there are two crucial functions that keywords provide. And the first is that it categorizes your videos to have it have a possibility of appearing on search. And the second would be that it helps YouTube determine which videos to suggest your videos next to. And while many people who teach this will only focus on one of the two metrics, I personally prefer doing a balance of both. So to get started with an example, I'm going to be typing in a search term related to my niche. So I have here how to make money online, and I also prefer to filter by the most recent videos, so I usually click on this month. And over here we'll actually see a bunch of videos that all have quite a lot of views, but what you'll want to do is to sort of compare the different videos here and find out which ones are actually getting the most views per hour. Because again, we want to find the best video to piggyback on as a suggested video. But just as an example, I'm going to open up this first one here by Franklin Hatchett, which was uploaded just 2 hours ago. And if we actually go into the video, with vidIQ, you can actually look to the right here and see that it has 44.2 views per hour. Which isn't really stellar, but again, it's literally just been uploaded. But basically what you want to do is to open up a few of these videos and compare the stat amongst them. And once you find the video with the most traction, you can then copy the majority of its keywords to use in your own video. And to do this, we can again utilize vidIQ, so we just scroll down and check out the right side here where it says video tags. On the very right here, there's going to be this paperclip button that you can click on, which will copy all the keywords for you to use. And to paste them in, you would just go to where your video was uploaded and then just go to the tags box right here and then just paste them. And for instance, I've actually already done something similar with this video, so if I just scroll down to the bottom and look at this box on the right that says videos to gain views from, which is again a vidIQ function, we can see another Franklin Hatchett video that I'm essentially piggybacking on. because again, this video is sharing several keywords with his video. And now to share yet another tip with you, which is something I also try to consider. When you're searching for a video to find keywords to copy from, you don't necessarily want it to be about the exact same topic as your video. Because a viewer who just watched and learned about something would probably not want to learn about the exact same thing over again. So what I suggest is to still find videos in your niche, but that offer a more complementary topic to your video. And lastly, as I've mentioned before, besides trying to make your video show up as a suggested video, you can also try to make it appear on search. And to do that, I recommend keeping about half of the keywords from the other video to keep yours suggestible, while replacing the less relevant ones with more long tail and specific keywords for your video. So as you can see here with my video, I kept some of the more general keywords to keep it related to the other video, while replacing the rest with more specific keywords that I'm actually ranking for. And last but not least, I'm now going to be going into part 5, which is how to get yourself free traffic. So my first tip for getting free traffic would be to follow the biggest channels in your niche and to comment on their videos and upvote them yourself. So for example, here we're again on one of Kevin David's videos, and as you can see here, I am subscribed and I also have notifications turned on so I can see each and every upload. And if we scroll down further, we'll be able to see one of my personal comments here that has 11 upvotes. But basically what you'll want to do is to write a witty or insightful comment. And to do this properly, you usually want to watch at least part of the video itself. Because if you don't write something specific to the video, it'll seem like you're just looking for attention, and by the way, that actually pisses me off. But anyway, after you've written your comment, it would actually help greatly if you also have other Google accounts to help you upvote that comment, because your goal with doing so would be to bump your comment to the top and thus getting you the most exposure. And actually, going by the same logic, you don't necessarily always want to comment on videos that are too popular, because unless you can write a truly winning comment, yours is likely to be drowned out by the many others on that video. And lastly, my second tip for getting free traffic to YouTube would be to use Quora.com. Now personally, I don't currently do this too much because I find that doing comments on YouTube instead is more efficient and effective. But if you ever find yourself out of good and recent YouTube videos to comment on, you can definitely come on over to Quora. And the way you would actually be able to get traffic from here would be to find questions that are related to your niche and answer the questions thoroughly while also providing a link to a video that also addresses that problem. Now when you're using Quora, there are just a couple of guidelines to be aware of. And the first is that you have to be very genuine when you're answering the questions, otherwise you might be coming off as spam. And this is especially true when you're also posting links. And another weird quirk about Quora is that I was actually barred from posting for a while for not using my real name. So previously I had been using just Influencer Unchained as my name, but apparently that isn't good enough. But after changing that to my actual name and moving my brand Influencer Unchained into my description, I was able to post again. Now to commemorate my reaching 1,000 subscribers, I'm also going to be including my YouTube handbook for free in the description box below. This ebook will actually include a lot of unreleased content and will actually cover a lot of stuff on growing a YouTube channel that I haven't covered in this video or any of my other ones. And I think it's going to be really helpful, especially if you're just starting out. So again, go ahead and check it out in the description box below. And that'll be all for today's video. If you found it helpful or learned something at all, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel and hitting that notification bell for more curated methods on growing your YouTube channel and making money online. And with that, I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching and peace.